Good morning, Tennessee Valley. I got to say that first today.
I was going to let you have it, James, because you get mad at me every week.
I knew she was going to know. She was ready. I seen her on the verge. She was
getting ready to say it.
And so I said, good morning, Tennessee Valley, on this Friday morning. This a little bit chilly.
A little bit chilly.
A little bit northerly wind, southerly, and every which way.
Yes.
And it's
messing
winter.
your hair up, isn't it?
Yeah, I had to go get a haircut. It's messing my hair up. I had to go get a
your hair up.
haircut.
You didn't like it.
I had to try that new place out over there.
Yeah.
Great clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And great clips. They give me a good haircut.
Got a good haircut.
They just shave it bald. I mean, how hard is it to do, right?
Yeah, it's not quite bald though.
No, I used to do it myself, and I haven't lately.
No, not lately.
I used to sit down the middle of the floor with the razors and just go at it and
Although
shave it.
Although it's getting a little grayer each time you do that.
Yeah, I want to quit cutting it. I want to just let my hair grow out.
Let it grow.
They say that it's wisdom.
That's
kind of
debatable.
Wisdom, and then I guess when you're losing your hair, it's a sign of losing wisdom. I don't know.
Evidently, it's a good analogy.
So what are you gonna say about you getting gray hair?
I know I'm getting gray hair. My teenage
son
was glad to point that out. Mom, you're getting gray hair.
Oh, I've had gray hair since I was like 21. Yeah.
Gray hair doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either.
It doesn't bother me a bit.
No. So if it's a sign of wisdom, then that's fine. I'm wise.
Wise.
Yeah, wise.
So, being wise, just ask James. You got anything today?
No. Don't ask James
today?
nothing today.
Don't ask you anything today?
I haven't posted that for
a
a while.
A little brain freeze? Is it cold out?
I've been busy. I've been in my office with my imaginary door closed.
Your imaginary door, yes. It's imaginary.
But people seem to walk through it.
They come right on in, don't they?
I hide over there. We got the wall up, and I'm hiding over there because I'm trying to get the work done. But I don't mind people coming in.
That's right.
They come in. It's a good sign. People are coming in. A lot of times, it's a sign of business.
Mm-hmm.
And so, sign business.
That's right.
Sign business. Yeah, it's a sign business.
Right.
Meaning they need some signs made, and we will do that for them. Yes.
We'll do that, won't we?
Yes, I will.
You will.
Well, you'll put it together. I mean,
yeah.
You want me to? If they want me to put a sign together, you're going to end up with bubbles, or the pinholes in it, because I can't. I haven't had the patience to work the air out of it. You do. Stacey's used to working hot air out stuff, I guess. I don't know.
You said that, James. You said that.
So what do we have today? You have anything? I don't have my list because
you didn't bring your list.
I entrusted it to you in your folder. And where's your folder at?
We can't find my folder.
Yeah.
It has disappeared.
Carry my own list next time.
I know what's happened to it. Today is, we'll start with this one, America Recycles Day.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I recycled that folder and didn't know it.
Yep.
So it says encourages everybody to recycle.
And when is that?
That is today.
Today?
November 15th.
This morning?
Today, 15th of the month.
This morning, on a Friday morning.
Started out recycling today, but it's always on the 15th.
Yes.
So not necessarily.
On a Friday, just on the 15th.
It's always on the 15th.
Better than Friday the 13th, I guess.
That's right.
Then we would have a lot of people watching today if we had Friday the 13th, because a lot of people, I forget what the numbers were for, like it was in the millions that people won't go out on Friday the 13th.
Right.
So that means they would tune in to Channel 5 and watch us talk about Friday the 13th stuff on the 15th.
It says, use this day to create awareness of the importance of recycling and ways to increase recycling.
I wish somebody would call in with a good way and tell me a good way to recycle 2-liter bottles.
2-liter bottles?
Yeah, I can only make so many wasp catchers with them.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I don't know what else to do with them.
As many wasps as we had, we needed a ton of them this year. But this one here is our local recycling, and the Bradley County landfill. They're open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30, and on Saturday from 7 to 3. So, a good place to take items to recycle. And then at Urbane Road at the Industrial Park, it's open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 5 and Saturday from 9 to 1. And then there's the Peerless Road Recycling Center, and it's open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2 to 5.
Okay.
So those are all places you can go. And I'm sure there are other, we've seen other things around town where you can recycle items. And also today...
Get your paperwork.
Yeah, my paper. I'm losing my papers. They're getting all twisted around here. Clean out your refrigerator day.
And when is that?
It's always on November 15th.
All right, so today, now you
Clean
done
out
that
your
like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
I do that. I try to do that once a week at least, because you find all kinds of interesting things in the back of the refrigerator. It's like, I didn't know we had that.
We got mushrooms growing in the office.
We do have mushrooms growing in the office, yes. On purpose.
On purpose, yes.
On purpose.
It's White Lion's main mushrooms.
Right.
Good for a lot of different things. Our neighbor there in the incubator, he actually grows them. Gave me a bag or 2 of them, and I'm growing my own there and been watering them and everything. Been watching them for a couple of weeks now, and now they're starting to bloom out a mushroom on the side of it.
Right. Pretty neat.
And, yeah, it's pretty cool because some of the stuff he was sending over, it was for stress relief because he does the extract from it. He's supposed to be on the show, and I don't want to tell it all, I guess.
Don't tell his whole
but, yeah,
thing, but it's really
things,
neat.
But it's pretty neat.
We always enjoy when he comes popping in. So
yeah,
we can...
because we actually were designing the labels for his bottles and stuff, and we'll print them right there and different things. And yeah, I've got mushrooms growing there, so I have to. It's pretty cool.
Your indoor garden.
Yeah, as long as you don't have an indoor garden growing mushrooms in your refrigerator. That's what this Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day is.
It says that it was kind of created in the idea of, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, and, you have to store all those leftovers in there. So you clean out the fridge to make room. There's never enough room.
All that turkey.
All that turkey requires that big nap in the afternoon after all that.
I know. It's not MSG anymore either. I think it's just you're just tired.
It's
a mind thing. It's like all week long, from Monday through Saturday you can stay up all day, work this, that, and everything. And Sunday after church you got to take a nap. I mean, I always have to lay down for a nap after church.
And it's the same way on Thanksgiving.
And it's Thanksgiving the same way. You just got to have that nap.
Big dinner and you got to take a nap.
Yep.
You got to
So
rest.
that's what it is. So Clean Out Refrigerator Days today.
Right.
And along with Recycle Day. And
it says here, we've all run across items in the refrigerator that once were tasty food, but now they are some dried out, mold covered nasty that you're moving to dispose.
Yeah. You open the container, it's like, what is that?
Science experiments.
Yeah, it's like, what is that? When do we eat that?
Right.
And then you finally figured out it's
or sometimes you say, I ate that. Right.
It's like, by now you've got these buckets of penicillin growing.
Ours
don't stay that long like that in there.
No, pretty well.
Yeah, I say you clean it out pretty regularly, and we get in there and what's this, what's that. Now, what I hate is when you put them all in butter bowls.
Yeah, I recycle.
And I'm trying to figure out. I'm pulling out everything to make make butter bread, or toast or whatever, and I'm pulling out dumplings. I'm pulling out beans. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where is the butter at. You got to mark that off there. You got to put something on there.
Mark that so you can't find it.
Just mark a big X on, so I know that's not the butter anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's my version of recycling. I reuse those bowls.
I'm saying recycle a pencil or a pen. I
don't have a marker handy. You're going to have to get me one.
I have to find you one. I'll find you one. I'll recycle you a marker.
Right. And then you're wanting to recycle money.
Yeah. Anybody wants to recycle any money, just bring it to me, and I'll trade it in. You'll take care of
it, won't you?
Yeah, I'll trade it in for something. I don't know. Some shop at home there at the incubator. We got Shop at Home. Come through there, and we recycle all your money there.
You can do a lot of shopping there in the
incubator. There's a lot there. I mean, there's tons. I mean, we're selling children's DVDs. We have some children's DVDs. There's a set of 5 called the Story Watchers Club. I'm selling it for $35 for Shop at Home. It's shopping local to stay in, for businesses and people to keep the money here locally. And so shop through there. I mean, you walk through the incubator, the innovation center. There's signs all over each person's door saying shop at home. Shop
you can go to the website.
cbbi.net, and you can see the different businesses, what they're offering. They're all on there. So just check it out, cbbi.net. There's anything from jewelry to massages to like we said, we got DVDs. There's just a ton of different things throughout there that people are offering, and there might even be some mushrooms. I don't know.
You never know. You get them growing, you may be selling mushrooms.
Well, who's our guest? Let's go to our guest. We got
Sure. We've got wonderful guests today. Exciting to have. We've got Linda LaPola from Dove Healing. Is going to be here today.
Our neighbor across the hall.
Our neighbor across the hall. That's right. And then we've got Alana from Heritage Makers with us today.
And we've met her at the Practical Networking Group upstairs at the incubator.
Speaking of that, there's another one Monday.
It's this Monday from 12 to 2.
12 to 2, right.
And it's every other Monday, but it's coming up this Monday at 12 to 2. And it's just open networking, free to the public. And just come in there and network, if you're a business owner, church, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of things. And we come there to find out some different, I even saw different coupons and everything's being floated around. If you're in the network group, there's on Facebook and everything, and you get like a percentage off. But let's go ahead and go to a break. We're gonna go to a break, folks, and we come back with our first guest. So stay tuned to us.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Lefford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks, and it's great to have Linda LaPola with us today from Dove Healing. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
We're glad to have you. Now, tell us a little bit about what Dove Healing offers.
Well, I'm a licensed acupuncturist and just moved here from Florida a little bit over a month ago. And the Lord called us to come here, and so we obeyed and we came here to Florida. And the very first week I was here, I went to the chamber to get a detailed map of the city so that I could learn my way around. And they were having a membership drive, and I became a member of the chamber that day. And I also found my office the very first week I was here. So now I'm here across the hall from you, and I started my practice. I do acupuncture, and that's for any non-emergency health issue that you may have.
Okay. Now, acupuncture, now we know that, and we think we know it. And you see the needles, and you think a bed of nails, and the needles things. I mean, what type of stuff? I mean, when we think acupuncture, somebody comes in to get one done. I mean, what's the different types that can be done? Because I know when we first met, you was telling us the different types that could be done. For the different reasons. I think you said something about the ear and different things for smoking. But I mean, explain what some of the different, benefits and things from that.
Well, let's go back to the beginning. Chinese medicine actually started 4,000 years ago, and they used stones to actually do the acupuncture treatments. And they also use all different kinds of herbs to help a person to become well. And acupuncture basically works through the energy of the body. Let me use a really simple example. Let's say you're outside and you're watering your flower garden, and you go around the corner and the hose gets a kink in it, and what happens to the spray of water that was once just gushing out, and now it either is completely cut off or it slows down to a trickle. That's kind of how the energy of the body works as well. The energy should be flowing from place to place and circulating all through our body, just like our blood does. And when we have dis-ease in the body, that means that the circulation of the energy of the body is slowed down, kind of like the hose getting kinked while you're trying to water your garden. So what we basically do is we put an acupuncture needle in what they call a meridian or a channel that runs similar to the same places and the same areas that all of our blood and lymph flows. And we basically unkink the hose so that the energy can continue to flow through the body, thereby creating health back into the body the way God meant it to be from the beginning.
Now, is it painful? I know a lot of people think, oh, a needle, but you
I
said
know, but this is a lot different than having someone put a needle into your vein. First of all, we don't puncture veins.
Right.
We don't puncture the muscles of the body. We don't puncture the nerves or the tendons or any of those kinds of things, or down to the bone. That would be very, very painful. These are very, very tiny, the size of a hair, kind of solid needle that basically goes in the skin very shallowly. And it's not the intention to cause any kind of pain at all or any kind of injury to the patient at all.
Okay. And technically, I mean, something like that, I mean, what's the length? You know, is it 15 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours?
You actually want to interview the patient that you're going to work on, and you assess that person as to how strong their constitution is. And you take into consideration their age. And you customize each treatment for each individual patient as to what they need and how much time that you want to time it for. It could be anywhere from 10 minutes to 40, 50 minutes. It depends on how strong the person's constitution is. Right. And what you're trying to treat. You would, or I would actually, I would adjust it according to what each person actually needs. And not everybody gets the same amount of needles, or they're not put in the same places. There are over 400 acupuncture points all over the whole body. And we use a combination of those to affect a treatment for that particular person. So every treatment is customized to that particular person and what they need and what we're working on.
And you mentioned earlier, I mean, once before, something about the ears, something that you can do with the ears.
There's a couple of different things that I do, and one of those with using the ears, like you are mentioning, and one is called NADA, N-A-D-A. Now, this is a procedure that we use for someone who wants to quit smoking, or it's also used and ordered by some courts in some cities by the judges for people who have alcohol addiction, drug addiction, but it is also for the other addictions that you don't think are maybe quite as serious, like smoking or eating or just alcohol, just alcohol and want to quit smoking and drinking. And this is putting 4 or 5 needles in the ear. The person sits there in the chair for about 20 minutes, and they need 2 treatments a week. Then the other one that I wanted to talk about was a stress relieving treatment. That's a simple, very simple procedure. There's 2 needles that are put in the ear. You sit in the chair for 20 minutes. You can feel the actual stress just drain right out of the body. And most people that have had that explain it to me in that way. That's what it feels like. It just feels like the stress drain starting from the top of the head and coming down through the face and then through the body and out, like it's just going right out of their body, right into the floor.
Wow.
Amazing.
Now, is that repeatable? I mean, is that something you would have to continue to come back when you felt like a panic attack or stress attack coming on? I mean,
yes, you could come back and get a second or follow-up treatment if you wanted to, sure. Anytime that you're having any kind of stress in your body.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, I don't say because you always see it and you always hear about it, but you know, I haven't yet to have it done. But that's now, you know, I want to try it, especially the stress, because I always have stress. I always have stress.
I don't think there's one person that doesn't have some kind of stress.
You got some out there that walk around like they don't have a care in the world. I mean, you do have some that. You know, my 14-year-old son, I think, is like that. That's a teenager for you. They got the world by the tail. So, we only got a couple minutes, but I want to come back. I mean, there's a couple other things I want to bring up. There's a couple other techniques I know that you do and other things that you do. But appointment-wise, I mean, it's not just a walk. I mean, not walk-in really. I mean, you need to make an appointment, correct?
That's correct. As I spend individualized time with each person, assessing what they actually need and what kind of things going on in their body. And I need to know that so that I can make a correct assessment as to what I need to do for that person.
And that part, when you sit down, the assessment is free. I mean, you need about 15 minutes with them.
Well, I do a 15-minute free consultation.
Right.
And then if you wanted to proceed from there, then I would do a detailed history. And all of the information that you give me is all protected by HIPAA law.
Right.
All of the files are locked, and whatever we discuss is between us.
Okay.
So it's all confidential.
Okay. Well, Linda, let's go to a break, and we come back there. I know there's a couple other things we want to talk about and discuss, and also let people know how to get a hold of you and set up that appointment, where you're at and located at. So, folks, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back here with Linda and finish and continue talking with her, because there's some stuff here that we want to hear about. So we see you here in a few moments.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks, and I thought you was going to steal that one, James.
No, I was trying to still say the second word there that the next part of what Linda does. I was trying
That's
to say.
right. We were excited during that little break there, and
yeah.
Definitely. So, Linda, tell us a little bit of your background. You know, you're not new to this. Explain to us a little bit about your training and so forth.
Okay. Well, I had decided that I wanted a business of my own a long time ago, and I thought I would do a salon and spa. And as I continued to do my education, I moved to Florida, and I completed my Bachelor of Arts in Business Management from Eckerd College in St. Petersburg, Florida. And then after that, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And I was given 2 prescriptions, plus I was also taking 800 milligrams of Tylenol ibuprofen actually, 2 to 3 times a day, and it still wasn't taking care of the pain. And I was having a lot of adverse reactions, just like there's all kinds of things that happen when you take prescription medications. There's side effects that I was having from the 2 prescriptions that I was taking, but it wasn't getting rid of all of the pain either. And I was still having a hard time trying to function. And someone I work with said, well, have you ever tried acupuncture? And I said, well, no, I never have. And so I investigated it, and I found out that there was a school in the town that I lived in, and I went there and I started getting treatments for myself and found that I started to feel better. Well, I can tell you that I have been off my medication now for 3 years, and I don't have the pain anymore, and it's because of acupuncture. So that's why I went to school. I went to East West College of Natural Medicine in Sarasota, Florida, and that is a 10-semester program. It's over 3,000 hours of training. So this is not something you can just take a weekend class and learn how to do. I went to school continuously. There are 2-week breaks in between each of the semesters, so it's a solid training for 3.5 years, continuous. It was very rigorous. It took about 6 months for me to recuperate after all of that. It was quite rigorous.
Sure.
Okay, so it's you're licensed. I mean, it's just
yes.
You're just not putting up a sign saying, "Let me do this." I mean, you're licensed. You've
That's
studied
correct.
this, right? So that's I mean that there within itself is credibility. I mean,
I went through all of the testing, of course, for each course, but then you also had year-end tests that you had to pass, and then I had to pass the national board exams, NCCAOM board, and I am certified now and have that certificate from them. And then you have to not only take those tests, but then you have to put all of your documentation together and pay for your license for each state. Each state has its own licensing requirements. So when I moved from Florida to Tennessee, I had a lot of gathering of information and documentation that I had to prove in order to get my license here in Tennessee.
okay.
And we also have a malpractice insurance that we're required to have, which I do have. And I'm started here. And so I'm very happy to be here. And
Now tell us
what I
another
do.
technique that you do. And I'm actually, myself and Stacey are scheduled for that Wednesday, this Wednesday morning coming up. So explain to us what it is and what it does to help and everything.
Okay. Well, this was some additional training that I took. It's called cranial sacral therapy. It was started by Dr. Upledger, who is an osteopathic physician. And one of his patients had a growth on their spinal column, and the surgeon that he sent him to insisted that Dr. Upledger come and observe the surgery. And while the patient was on the table, Dr. Upledger said, look at this on his neck. He goes, he's having a rhythm in the spinal cord, which is different from the respiration and different from the heart rate. And it intrigued him, and so he started doing some research to find out what the heck this rhythm was that was in the spinal cord. And that's how he developed the cranial sacral therapy, which is putting back in balance from the inside out the rhythms of the body. You could actually feel the rhythm of the hips. They flow in and they flow out, and when that's out of sync, it causes dis-ease in the body as well. And so this is a very light touch technique. You don't use any more than the weight of a nickel anywhere on the body, and it's just waiting until you feel the rhythm come back into sync in the body, and it heals from the inside out. It's very relaxing. You're completely clothed except for shoes, and you just lay down on the massage table, and as I put my hands on the different areas and wait for this pulse to come back into order like it's supposed to be, like God made it to be, then that facilitates the healing of your body.
Okay.
Very relaxing.
What type of time are you looking at and doing something like that?
That's an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's appointment. You want appointments, right?
Yes, yes, you wouldn't want someone to walk in and expect to be treated while you're in the middle of doing a session.
Right.
You really do need to make an appointment, and you can do that by calling the office number, which is 458 0. Oh my gosh, I can't think.
It's a new number to you.
It's a new number
totally
to me, I'm
understand.
sorry. Yes.
I understand.
But anyway, you're at 3505 Atkinson Drive.
Yes.
They're in the Innovation Center, Suite 154.
That's correct.
And so they can go there and then come in, walk in, at least make an appointment there. And we'll find her phone number, put it
We'll
up
get her
there for
number
you.
here.
We've got it here somewhere. And so we'll do that. And any other things that you offer that you think of?
You were talking about the neck
Oh,
lift
Oh, yes.
facelift.
That was an additional training I took as well. It's called Meizen. It's spelled capital M-E-I, capital Z-E-N, and it means beautiful face. And it's a facelift done with acupuncture needles, so there's no scarring, there's no swelling, there's no drugs, there's no after effects except a beautiful face.
Okay.
And you can do that on the face, we can do that on the neck, we can do it on the abdomen for a lift there, or weight loss in the abdomen area.
Now you said on the lift, how long is that supposed to last?
The lifts last 3 to 5 years with maintenance, and that maintenance you need to have like just 4 sessions a year.
Okay. Well, Linda, we're about out of time. They've given me the time saying we're about up. So again, Linda's located in the incubator here on the Cleveland State Community Campus. It's Suite 154, and you just come by there, make an appointment, and actually go to cbbi.net, and your information's up there also under the tenants there. Your phone number and everything's up there, so you can go up there and just email Linda from there. What's your email address?
Linda@dovehealing.net.
Right. So you can email you and make an appointment.
Yes,
also.
that would be greght.
Well, Linda, we appreciate you being here today, and there's so much. I mean, it's interesting. Right across the hall, so I may be coming over for a lot of stress release on those Monday mornings, especially. Leave your Monday mornings open.
Okay, I'll do that.
But we do appreciate you being here today, and we enjoyed
so
talking
much.
to you and everything.
Definitely.
Folks, we're going to go to a break, and we have our next guest coming on, so stay tuned, and we'll see you in just a few moments.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks, and we're here with Alana from Heritage Makers. As you can see, she's brought a whole bunch of goodies to show us today. Welcome, Alana.
Thank you.
And we're going to have you read all the books today, too.
Okay, I'd love to.
She probably would, because some of them, I believe, grandchildren are involved.
That's right.
You get a grandmother talking about grandchildren.
Can't get a stop.
That's right. Tell us a little bit about what Heritage Makers.
Okay, well, I thought I would start by just telling you how I got involved, because that will explain a lot. You mentioned grandchildren, and in 2006, when the company just first started, my daughter-in-law made me a Mother's Day gift, and it was this book of pictures of my grandchildren.
Wow.
With little sayings about why they loved Grandma. Well, what grandmother wouldn't love to have something like this? And I immediately called her and I said, where do I sign up? Because I knew that this was going to be a passion for me, because I love my grandchildren, I love pictures, I love books. It was a perfect fit.
Oh, yes.
What Heritage Makers is it's an online publishing company. You simply upload your pictures onto the website, and this is an online program, so you don't need special software. It's nothing that's stored on your computer. And you go into the program, set up your own personal account with your password, so everything is private. You own everything that's in there, and it's just like scrapbooking. I tell people that if you can play solitaire on the computer, you can make these books, because you simply click on the item that you want and you drag it up on the page and put it where you want. So it's very easy and quick to make some of our products.
Okay. And you have some different ones here. I mean, you can see that you can design it in different sizes, different styles. I mean, it's all based on what you can think of, right? I mean, how good you're at solitaire is how well a book you're going to make, right?
That's right. And how creative you are.
Right.
Kind of things that you can think of. When I first saw this, I just couldn't sleep at night, because I kept thinking, I could do this, and I could do that, and I could do this. And it's just endless. And as the company has grown, the offerings have grown as well, to now that we have canvases and metal prints, and even this purse with pictures of my grandchildren, all kinds of gift items besides just the books that we originally started with.
Okay. Now, say that I want to do this. I'm thinking, I want to go and do this, but I've got boxes and boxes of pictures. What do I do? I have to sit and scan all these things?
Well, you could, or you could call me.
Okay.
I actually purchased a Kodak scanner so that I could help my clients to be able to get to their projects quicker. And this scanner actually scans about 500 pictures in an hour. So that means that a box, I just happen to have one here, a box this size, which is about a shoebox size, holds about 1,000 photos. And so that normally would be about $190 to do a box this size, but of course I'm running a special. So for $150 you can have 1,000 pictures scanned and put onto either a DVD or a flash drive. And then your pictures are ready to use in whatever type of project you would like to make.
Print them out, or in the book, everything, right.
Share them with your relatives, send them to the kids.
Well, and this makes a great backup copy.
Well, yes, everyone should have several backups of their photos. Anything can happen to the original. You could have a fire, tornadoes, lots
Basement
of things
flood.
could happen. Basement floods, attics get moldy. Any of those, the mold and the moisture will affect the quality of your pictures. So especially your older photos, you're going to want to have those taken care of as soon as you can. And you want to back them up. I recommend backing them up on a flash drive or a DVD, and also backing them up on to our program, because then they're stored on the internet. So even if the originals has something happens to, technology changes, and you know how that happens so often, then you've still got another backup.
Right.
Because nothing is more valuable or precious to people than the photos and the memories that they hold.
So I lost a lot of my military pictures. I was got home from the military, we stayed at my sister's house and stayed there until I got a place, and their basement flooded. And most of my pictures, by the time we got to them, they were stuck together, and I didn't have any backups. I mean, you're talking 25 years ago.
Well, before digital, there wasn't, unless you had duplicates made at the time that you developed your pictures, there weren't backups.
And see, mine I didn't have it because I actually developed myself when I was in Korea. They had a place where I could go in there on campus, on post, and do it myself. So I didn't have anything. I mean, I don't even know if I had negatives left anywhere. So yeah, I lost all those. And an option like this nowadays, a scan, would have been great. And plus, you can fix them too. I don't know if that's something you offer, but I know that there's programs out there that will fix them and fix the red eyes and stuff.
And some very simple, basic corrections can be done with your simple programs. People who know how to Photoshop can go in and do all kinds of fantastic things. And there is a couple of friends of mine that do photo restoration, where they will actually take the pictures if they've got rips in them, or even if there's a corner torn off, they can go back and recreate what was there. And that's a very specific service. I don't personally do that, but I do know where to send people if they need that done.
So what's some? I guess here we've got different books. You've got different styles of it. That looks like there's like little. I guess not really a notebook up here up front.
Oh, this is something that I would really love to share because this is something very special to me. My son was deployed to Afghanistan last Christmas, and when he left, his wife, same one who made me my original book, put this little book together that he could just keep in his pocket, and it has pictures of his children, so that wherever he was, he would have those pictures for him. This is a wonderful little, we call it a flip book. It flips on a wire like this, and it can just stick in the pocket. And this is a great size husbands love because they can just carry it with them. Well, what he did is, in turn, he wrote a book to each one of his children with letters that he wrote while he was in Afghanistan of memories and special thoughts for them. And so this is something that I helped him with. He sent me the information because it's all on the internet. I could just pull the pictures off of his Facebook, and we just put these little books together for his children. So there's just an unlimited number of fun projects that can be done.
And it's waterproof too. I mean, not so much waterproof, but it's
it
printed in a way that you're not
right. It could be, if it's white, you could wipe it off. These are great for children because they've got the pages that are more
it's like UV coating,
heavy stuff,
yeah.
right? Yes. And they can even kids can play with them, and they're so inexpensive that even if something happened to it, because they're archived on our system, you can go back and if something happened to this one, you can just reprint them. And so sometimes I'll make 2 or 3 copies of the ones that my grandchildren love to read the most, so that if something happens to one, we've got a backup.
That's good. And I was thinking that'd be a great thing for like weddings. After the wedding's done, you put some different pictures of the wedding and hand them out.
Have a wedding album
right
here, actually. Yes. This is, and the great thing about this is, now I am not real creative. I love to make the books, but I don't always have all the creative ideas that a lot of people have. So what we have is about 10,000 templates on our program, and this is actually a templated book that you could just go in. If you liked the colors, fine, you could change anything in it, you could change the colors, but you just simply replace the pictures that are here with your own photos, change the words to say whatever you need it to say, and you've got really a pretty professionally designed book with your own personal touch.
It's pretty amazing. And I like it being that hardbound stuff, because I mean, you can get, like the books where you just kind of print the pages out and then bind them yourself, but I like the hardback part of it. I mean, it just makes it really, I guess, unique in that way. You see it sitting on a shelf, like, oh, what's this book? Oh, wow, this is your book. But yeah, that makes it very nice. I see a Christmas book here. I can't see what this one is.
Now that is actually one of the first projects that I did, and it's a book about my grandmother.
Okay.
It's actually about her life, and she was an artist, so there are pictures that she painted in there.
Okay.
And that was something we did as a family gift.
Well, let's go to break and come back. And I've got a few more questions to ask you, some other stuff we can talk about. I know you have some other stuff. But let's go to break, and then we come back and we'll just wrap up the show by talk about some more stuff of yours.
Thank you.
Folks, we'll be back in just a moment, so stay with us, and we'll see you in just a few moments.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Welcome back, folks, and we're still here with Alana because she's got so much great information. It's like Christmas shopping right here.
and the time we was during commercial, we went online and we just made 2 books, didn't we?
That's right.
But that's simple, right?
Almost. Books take a little bit longer, but there are some things that can be put together quite quickly.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, in your books, I mean, like you showed the one with it was your son in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just wasn't pictures. He had a little story beside it. I mean, you can add, because you're in our practical network, and you showed us a book that your one of your grandsons was making. He had about his dinosaur, but he had a little text with it too.
Right.
It's a storybook.
Right. It is actually a book. So you can start with blank pages, and you can write your entire book yourself if you want it to be a book. Now, the one that's over there is a story about my grandmother's life, and so there's a lot of text because it tells her story as well as the photos that go with it.
Right.
What I'm working on right now is a project using one of our templates called Before I Was Your Mom, and actually it's going to be Before I Was Your Grandma because it's going to be for my grandchildren. And it will just go through and it'll talk about kind of my life story in an easy way. Before I was your grandmother, I was a baby, and then I was a toddler. And I just kind of walk a little sequentially through my life with some pictures and talk about how I became their grandmother. And that's probably not going to happen for this Christmas. It might be next year. The wonderful thing about our program is because the products your projects are stored online, that particular book took me 3 years to make. It will just stay there on the internet until I'm ready to publish it. So I could finish something in a day, or I could take three to 5 years, and it will be there. So this one's taking a little bit longer because I've had to go back and dig through old pictures of myself and my family and kind of get caught up in memory lane. But this is something that I want to leave for my grandchildren so they know a little bit about me and my life.
I think that's a great family history type. That's awesome.
We was talking during the break is I mean, they still got time to do something for Christmas. Somebody's seeing the show right now, and they're like, wow, that'd be great to do for mom or for dad or for my grandkids or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's still time between now and Christmas to get something done.
There is, but time is of the essence. Books especially if they've got a lot of storyline, probably are going to take a little bit longer, might not get done in time for Christmas, just to be quite honest. If it is just pictures, we could get that done.
Well, we have one down here.
But we have some great gift type ideas. Our canvases, this is 4 of my grandchildren. This is a gallery wrapped canvas, and we have them in sizes from 8 by 8 to 24 by 36, so it can be a whole wall or just something that you set on the table. And these can go together very quickly. You just drag a few pictures up on there, put the words on, push the button, say publish. And right now, turnaround time is about a week to 10 days. As we get closer to the holidays, of course, we need to have a little bit more time because of shipping, and because our volume becomes quite
not just yours, but everybody's
right
now. You know, UPS.
But canvases make awesome gifts and go together quickly. We have mugs that you can personalize, and we have metal prints. We have Christmas ornaments. We have just a big variety of gift ideas that can be personalized and can go together quickly and be back in plenty of time for holiday giving and enjoyment.
Now, while somebody's look at this, they go to the site and like, you know what, this is overwhelming to me. There's so much, information. I mean, do you offer anything outside of like a class or anything to teach on?
Right. On the website, if they go to the website, you can click take a tour, and it will walk you through the whole process. And we have a wide range of tutorials from every step, from uploading your photos to designing your book. But I also have classes that I hold at Hobby Lobby. And at Cleveland Hobby Lobby, I will be there. I wrote it on my hand. Tuesday, the 26th, from 10 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. And I will also be at the Hobby Lobby on Gun Barrel Road next Thursday, which is the 21st, from 5 until 8 p.m. So that gives a daytime and an evening option, and the 2 different locations.
Are these free classes or a small fee?
No, the class is free. Whatever they choose to make, if they decide to make a project, of course they will pay for whatever the cost is for the project.
Okay. Now, we keep talking about the website and so forth. Where would someone go to find this?
You go to CelebratelifeStories.com.
Okay.
CelebratelifeStories.com.
And then your contact information and things that...
It's on there. My email is familybooks4u@gmail.com.
Okay.
And that's the letter 4 and the letter U.
Okay.
Familybooks4u.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And your phone number,
is 423-637-6713.
Okay. So, right now, like you said, some of these things can be ready by Christmas, some of these may not be, but the canvas definitely, you said right now, is something they could get on there and do.
Mm-hmm.
The books, depending on, if they was just doing like some of these smaller books here, that would be something that we could get
Those could
ready
be
by
done.
Christmas.
You might also consider a stocking stuffer gift certificate. Mm-hmm. If you've got a teenager or a child that likes to play on the computer, I love to have my grandchildren get on and make me little books and stories. Also someone who just had a baby or someone who's getting married, gift certificate so that they could go on and make their own book with their photos would be a great idea too for Christmas giving.
Okay. Now I see this one here, it says My Book of Colors, and what exactly is...
That's just a little paperback book, and one Christmas I got the crazy idea that I would make each one of my grandchildren their own personalized book because they like pictures of themselves. And so this is just a book when my grandson was learning his colors. There's the color red, and it just says the four-wheeler is red. And it has a picture of my grandson with his brother and sister and his mom. And just goes through the different colors.
Okay.
This went together very quickly, and it was so fun to look through family pictures and find pictures of them wearing the color or something that was the color. And my grandchildren absolutely love these books because they are the star of the book, and as well as all of the family members that they recognize. So even the 2-year-olds will sit and point and say Mom and Dad and name the siblings and the cousins.
Well, and not only that, when grandson is wearing his orange jacket, now he knows when he sees that jacket hanging in the closet that it's orange.
Right.
He's association. It's association that it's his. He knows what it is.
That's right. There's just, oh, and I didn't even show you, I brought them, but they're probably hiding underneath here. Uno cards are a real favorite. You can make a deck of cards, and maybe I should pull those out.
It's just like the possibilities are endless with what you can create.
They really are, and I am not putting my hands on them quickly, so we won't. Although this is a fun one too, and that's a cookbook.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
This is a cookbook with, and you can put the pictures of the person whose recipe that you're having. So if you've got family recipes that you want to pass down or circulate, this is a really fun way to do that. Again, just whatever you can imagine, you can create. And we can help you. I can help you. One great thing is with this program, you get me. As your consultant, you can call me. You can say, I have this idea. Which project would it work with? If you get stuck, you can email me or call me and say, I can't remember which button to push. And so as having me as a consultant, I think is a plus because you've got someone who has a vested interest in seeing that you complete your project and that you're happy with what you've done.
Right. I'll say, I mean, you've got so much here, like you said, the Uno cards. Now, the candies that you gave out the Practical Network, now, is that something that was from here, or is that something you came up with yourself?
That's actually another one of those great ideas that someone else thought of, and we take our address labels. We have a whole line of business products, address labels, flyers, posters, brochures, but they took the address labels and actually put a picture on them and wrap them around Hershey's Nuggets. They fit perfectly. You can use them for party favors, wedding favors, advertising, so many fun
So
things.
you need to go to your website to find out.
You really do.
I mean, this is just a portion of what it is, what's there. I mean, this is just...
Yeah, this isn't even the product she passed around in that group. It's
No,
just amazing.
our template gallery has over 100,000 templates, or 10,000 templates, and we've got over 100,000 pieces of artwork. So there's an incredible amount, almost overload. But just call me or get in touch with me, and I can help you walk through it all and find what's going to work for you.
Well, we've got about a minute left. Go ahead and tell everyone how to, once again, how to get a hold of you.
Okay, you can email me at familybooks4you@gmail.com. You can go to my website, which is celebratelifestories.com, or call me at 423-637-6713.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you being here
Thank
today.
you.
And like I said, the other
Thank
day,
you so
at the a couple weeks ago at the Practical Network, and this was amazing. But you even brought some more stuff out, and it's just like you said, possibilities are unlimited depending on your creativity.
Right.
And so we appreciate you being here today. And folks, we also appreciate Linda being here with us today. And we do have her phone number. It's 423-458. It's 4076 to get a hold of Linda to make an appointment. And again, this is some wonderful stuff here. I mean, some amazing stuff here. And just look it up. Go to the website, look it up. And you got Christmas coming around. You got Christmas. You got a mother-in-law that you need to make happy at you. A book will do it. So, folks, we're going to get out of here, and we'll see you again next Friday. And we just appreciate you watching us today, and we'll see you again next Friday. Thank you.